Ukraine prepared to destroy Russia's Black Sea Fleet as Kremlin is weaker than it has been for decades. Russia is about to run out of momentum in Ukraine, the head of Britain's Foreign Intelligence Service has claimed. Moscow's forces have relentlessly bombarded Ukrainians in the east of the country, but it is now believed Kyiv's troops will soon be ready to launch a counter-offensive. MI6 Chief Richard Moore said this week that Russian progress is tiny and that the country was about to run out of steam. He added, "Our assessment is that the Russians will increasingly find it difficult to find manpower and materiel over the next few weeks. They will have to pause in some way and that will give the Ukrainians the opportunity to strike back." Ukrainians themselves also appear confident they can see off the invading enemy. Speaking to Times Radio this week, Ukrainian MP Andriy Osachuk said Russian President Vladimir Putin and his Kremlin allies are weaker than they have been for years. He said, "Now the Russians are in a very difficult situation because the Kremlin in Moscow is much weaker than anyone may think, probably in its weakest position during the entire history of the last 20 or 30 years. The Ukrainian army has created huge problems for them and huge losses. In a very short period of time they may lose Kherson, which they proudly occupy. The liberation of Kherson will be the end of the Russian invasion in Ukraine. This is understood on both sides in the Kremlin and the West." He did, however, admit that his country is also suffering a high number of casualties. He added, "First of all, yes, we are suffering a lot. We are suffering a lot of losses daily. I see news on my Facebook daily that someone was killed, people who I know. So that is the reality of Ukraine. We are in an absolutely bloody war where we are losing thousands of people. But the duration of this war is linked directly to the readiness and actions of the West. Apart from the battle in the east of Ukraine, Russia has also blockaded the Black Sea, which lies to the south of the country. Speaking to the Times on Monday, Kyiv's deputy defense minister said his country is preparing to take out Russia's Black Sea Fleet. Volodymyr Havrilov said, "Russia will have to leave Crimea if they wish to exist as a country. We have a permanent threat from the Russian Black Sea Fleet. Given the new technologies and capabilities we receive, we have to address this threat. We are ready to target them all over the Black Sea if we have that capability. This action may not be necessary if reports on a deal between Russia and Ukraine are to be believed." Turkey has claimed that the countries will sign a deal to open up the Black Sea for Ukrainian exports for grain. While nothing has been confirmed, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky suggested such a deal could materialize. Speaking on Thursday, he said, "And tomorrow we also expect news for our state from Turkey, regarding the unblocking of our ports. The fighting will continue, however, and Zelensky today warned that his country has the ability to inflict major losses on Russia.